Well, hello everybody. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's Scott Hall and Geoff Edwards. We are here with Talk Around Town episode number 4. Geoff, how you doing?
I know. Merry Christmas. How are you?
Merry Christmas to you. We're bringing the folks this on Christmas Day. We are in a festive mood here. We're ready to have some fun today and talk about the Christmas season.
Yes. Anything good that you think you're gonna get for Christmas? Have you opened presents yet?
You know, I have not, and I think Santa's going to be pretty good to me this year. I asked for a few things. You know, I've been a good boy, so hopefully he'll take care of me.
Oh, I mean, I've been relatively good, so hopefully I'll get something good besides a couple lumps of coal.
Yeah,
So,
well, you know, sometimes we all have those moments, but yeah, you know, I love the Christmas season, Geoff. It's the holiday season with family is always fun. This is a different year, as we've talked about on other episodes, and
most definitely.
you know, we can't spend it with a lot of loved ones because of what's going on, but we're going to make the best of it.
Good. So, speaking of, what was on your Christmas wish list? Did you get anything or ask for anything specific this year?
You know, from a musical standpoint, I would like a, you know, I have high expectations, but I'd like one of those Bose systems, the little the tower system, the L1 it's called.
Yes.
To do some of my smaller shows and smaller venues that I do, it would save my back and carrying those QSC speakers around all the time that I carry. And it's a quick and easy setup and tear down, and that would be something I'd like to have. I asked Santa for that. We'll see if he brings it.
Well, I can tell you, I've got the compact version, which is perfect. I think for what you do, when you go into some of these venues, it's great. I don't know how close you've looked at those, but the compact, you can just have the speaker all in one, and you don't have to disconnect it, or you can put the tower up and use it that way. So this isn't a paid promotional video or anything. We're not sponsored by Bose. I've used that thing for years, and it's perfect for just talking or small acoustic little things. So it's great.
That's what we should have done today. We should have unboxed our presents. All these people are YouTube sensations unboxing things and showing people how to use them. We could have done that, but I don't know what I'm getting yet. So it's Christmas, but all I want for Christmas, honestly, and I know it sounds cliche and cheesy, is just to get this COVID out of here and for everybody to get back to a little bit of form of normalcy in their lives, and all of us to enjoy each other and get the stress out of the world, man. It's stressful.
I know, just to relax and enjoy it and just be around each other. That's the biggest thing that I really want. So
I miss hanging out with my friends, and we still get out. You get out and play, and I get out and things, but it's just a lot of the people that I know aren't out, and we miss them, and we don't get to see them, and that's part of the holiday. I always enjoyed the weeks before the holiday, and it hadn't been the same this year. It's just not like all those holiday parties we used to attend.
Oh, I know. They canceled the wife's. All her parties got canceled at work and everything like that. They're not allowed to have it. And then, you think about it, you're not supposed to have all these people in your house. And so you have to wonder, is somebody going to call and report if we do have a party? So, people are leery, and I understand it. So, but we'll get through it. It'll be, hopefully it'll be over and done with soon, and we can get on with our lives. So.
Hey, I love your hat, man, by the way.
Thanks. You like the glitter?
The bling is It is. It'll be hip with the kids.
Just think if the lights were hitting that on stage.
Oh,
man,
yeah, it'd look good. And my jacket here that I'm wearing, from 1980 something, and it won't even go around me anymore. Hold on, I'm hitting the mic here. It won't even go around me anymore because I've gained a few pounds over the years. I like groceries. I'm sorry, but it's festive and fun. I keep it in the closet in a little case. Like once a year, I bring it out and wear it at a trivia event or something. So.
Well, yeah, and it's funny how the styles never change when it comes to Christmas, right? I mean, you can always pull out the ugly Christmas sweater from 1982 and throw that thing on.
And this is the ugly jacket from 1988 or something, but it's okay. I like it.
Yeah,
it's got Christmas trees and snowflakes and all the fun festive stuff. So what are you doing for Christmas, man? What's your family plan here?
Going to see. We're going to Dallas, so we're when this airs, we'll be in Dallas. Hopefully, we'll be down with the in-laws. We're gonna head down to Dallas and see the wife's family, and her sister and brother-in-law just moved back there. They had a baby maybe a year ago, and her brother, who's lived in Germany for probably 12 years or maybe more, he's back with his new wife and baby. So he's back for 2 or 3 months. So we really wanted to make a point to try to get down there, because last time we saw him, we actually went to Germany for our 1 year anniversary. But other than that, we saw him years prior. He flew in. So, I mean, he never comes back to the States because it's so expensive and so hard to get over here. And it was difficult for him to get over here during COVID. So that was another thing. So but he's here for 2 or 3 months. So spend a little time. So we'll go down there for a few days and then come back, and we'll have the kids with us. So that'll be good. So minus my oldest one, he's, older and out of high school and working and all those responsibilities, just moving out on his own. He's getting his own place now. So
it's gotta make ends meet.
He does.
Right now.
Car payments, insurance,
Absolutely.
now apartment. So growing up.
Well, no, that's a good thing, and it's good when they grow up and get responsible and do their own thing and get off your payroll.
This is true.
So I know, but you always take care of the kids. Everybody does. And I've got kids all over the place, and between Liz and I, we have 6 kids. Each, or well, not each. I have 3. She has 3. But we put them together and makes the reverse Brady bunch. I've got 3 girls. She's got 3 boys. Wow. And we're having a little fun with that. And we've got grandkids now and another one on the way. And
congratulations.
Really, really fun stuff happening, and engagements in order, and just a fun family atmosphere here at Christmas. And we're sorry we can't bring them all together. Some are in Alaska right now. Our son Sam in the Army, and shout out to him for serving his country there.
Yes.
And coming up January the 4th, our son Wyatt leaves for the Army as well. So he'll be here through the holidays, and then we've got to ship him off to basic training. And with the COVID, their basic training's much extended. They can't do as much in a day. They can't put troops together and things. So the basic training's a lot longer. We're not sure yet if we'll even be able to go to his graduation, depending on what all happens.
Oh, man.
They've been doing virtual graduations for the military academies and things.
I saw some of that.
That's what's happening.
Good. Well, I mean, good for both of them. That's great. I know when I went into basic training, I went in right before Thanksgiving, so I missed every single holiday. I missed Thanksgiving, I missed Christmas, I missed New Year's, and then graduated a few days after all of that. So, but good for them.
Yeah, and I've heard people say that that's tough because, first of all, you're homesick, you're missing everybody, you're in a strange place with strange people, and then knowing you're missing the holidays, that's got to be tougher. So that was probably a battle for you there.
That happened when I deployed too. It was I left right at the beginning of November and didn't come back until I think April or something like that. So did the same thing when I went over there. But
well, thank you for your service.
I appreciate
Mr.
it. Thank
Geoff
you,
Edwards.
and thank your boys too. That's great.
Appreciate yeah, they're good boys. They're doing a good thing, and the other one's a firefighter and doing great work too. And the girls are school teachers and all kinds of stuff. So we have a realtor, and we've got a diverse family of jobs and such. And I'm retired, and I like that.
It is nice.
It's good for nice. Me. I can do things like this with you and have some fun.
Me too. That's why we get to do it, right? So
absolutely. So Christmas. Can you think back on your Christmas? I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Think back at Christmas when you were a kid. Is there any present that stood out that you received that was just one spectacular thing that you can think of? I mean, I remember little things like first record album I ever got, from my aunt, who it made my parents mad because it was the Rolling Stones Goat's Head Soup album. It was on vinyl, but my parents didn't want me to listen to that kind of music at the time. But my aunt thought it was cool to get it for me.
Gosh. One specific gift that I got as a kid. The one thing that I always remember when growing up was just always standing in the hallway. We weren't allowed to go out. We had to stay in our beds. Everybody had to get up at the same time. And my youngest sister would always be, just 1 more minute. Just let me sleep 1 more minute. So we would always want to drag her out of the bed. We had to stand in the hallway and get our picture taken, and and then we would just run as fast as we could down the hallway and just go through as much as we could. So it was, I mean, Christmas was fun. It was always fun in our house. I do remember one thing that I got. I was, I guess, a kid. I was 13, and I got my first Swiss Army knife, and I thought that was the greatest thing ever. Until, of course, playing with it, and then 5 minutes in, I closed the blade and sliced right through my finger. So, oops. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, but what is that? You'll put your eye out. No.
So, but no, that was one that I really liked, and I had that. And the unfortunate thing was, it was, of course, after 9/11. I had gotten stationed in California. I had only been there a week or two, and my youngest son was about to be born in Missouri. So I had a buddy take me to, I was just going for 3 days because I was still a student. I was in clinicals. And so we weren't allowed to take leave. And so he dropped me off at the airport. I ran in, went through security. They pulled me over to the side and said, "Is this yours?" and pulled out my knife. I had packed a bag that I never take, that I never traveled on an airplane with. And I just so happened to have that bag that I always kept that knife in. And unfortunately, they took it, and I couldn't get it back. So, I know.
That's terrible. It is.
Yep. One of those things.
I have some fun stuff. Being a firefighter for years, my kids got into this, my girls got into this thing of every year at Christmas buying me something very special that had to do with a piece of firefighting memorabilia or a figurine or this or that. And I have a collection now of hundreds of things that I collected over the years, pictures and things. My whole living room is this fire museum of things that have to do with the fire department, and then all my old helmets and things. And the girls were real instrumental in getting that and picking that up for me. And then, one of the memories I have too that I want to mention here is the first year out of high school that I had my real career job. I started at 18 in the fire department, and I was making more money than, I think, even though the salary then was like $11,000 a year. I was making more money then than I think I have now. That was like being rich. And when you went from being a part-time person to getting this money. Well, the first Christmas I could actually buy my family real good presents. And I remember buying my sister this $200 boombox. Okay. And it was the big thing, the giant boombox with the speakers that detach from it, and the
one that you carry around on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah, it was huge, and 2 cassette decks and all the stuff in it. And I'm aging myself a little bit, but I was so proud to be able to buy that. I went to Sears and Roebuck and bought this thing for her, and gave it to her. And as a kid, you never have the money. You buy a present for your parents or something at your school or this or that. You don't have that kind of money. So that was a good memory for me to be able to buy things and buy some things for my parents. I had replaced their microwave. They had an archaic microwave oven, and we got a new one, and I was so proud of that. And that's I think giving's a big part of Christmas. I like to see the looks on people's faces when
I do
they
too.
see what you give them. It's
kind
of my favorite.
Everybody loves to get a gift on occasion, but when you get that person that gift that they've just, their eyes light up and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I got this, that you bought this for me."
Right.
So, especially with the kids, just to see the looks on their faces, and it doesn't matter, your parents, your wife, anybody, you just, that big smile and just blown away by what you've done. So, and it doesn't even have to be something big. I've given some of the small, you give a small little gift if it really means something, like what your daughters did, that's great. So.
Oh, those mean so much. I moved to Florida. I packed all those up, and this is hundreds of items. And I packed them up. They went in a moving truck and moved to Florida, and they've come back from Florida, and it's just little priceless items that I remember every single one of those and who gave it to me, and
right,
and where I got it. And it's just it's a blast to kind of get the memories back, especially at the holidays, and think of those things. I love, we talk music a lot. I love music in the holidays too, and Christmas music and things. And you were
it's
talking
some of my favorite.
You were talking on episode 2, I think we were talking about this, where you talked about you wanted to make a Christmas album.
Yes, I've wanted to do that for years, and then the guys in Route 88, we talked about it, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm like, at this point, it's kind of late. We should have started this in June.
So, we'll get that out about March, maybe.
Right, and so I think I think I'm really going to try and do that next year and try and put something together, and even if it's just 3 or 4 songs just to do, because I love singing Christmas music. I love, that whole thing. So,
what song would you put on your album? A cover song? What would be your number 1 song to put on that album? I'm putting you on the spot today.
Probably one of my favorite is "Oh Holy Night," like Josh Groban,
which happens to be number 5 on my list of top 5 Christmas songs today.
So
I have a list. I pulled up a list here.
Did you?
Yes. And some songs didn't make the top 10, and I am saddened by that. Like "Deck the Halls." I always liked that song. I thought it's kind of the quintessential Christmas song. It made number 11 on the list today. So "Little Drummer Boy's" way down there. "Joy to the World" is way down there. I can't think of that song without thinking of Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation. But there's a whole lot here, and I love to sit around the house and talk to people and just have it low in the background. And it's funny how people will join in and start singing. And
I know.
We're doing camera things again today, aren't we?
This thing's going crazy. And then you just had some audio issues there for a second, but we'll get through it. We'll post it, and it won't be perfect, but it'll still be fun.
It's Christmas, man. It's Christmas. We're just here to say hi to everybody. We're not here for a long time today. In fact, we're probably going to wrap this thing up soon. But
yes.
You want to talk? You want to talk music for a minute, though? You want to talk the top 5 Christmas songs on my list?
Yeah, let's talk. I mean, I can tell you what my go-to every time that we're putting up lights and decorations is Michael Bublé's Christmas album.
Oh, there you go.
That album, pretty much everything on that.
That is a good one. It is a good one. But I've got a list done by a place from Ranker, Ranker.
Okay.
And it's done. They put a thing out there and they call for a vote, and they get hundreds of thousands of votes on this website, and then they rank the songs based on what the public likes. And so some of them are a little obscure sometimes. I think there's some people that put their song in there and then have thousands of people vote for it, so it makes it higher on the list. But this one, I'm going to highlight a couple things just for the folks to reminisce here. "Do You Hear What I Hear" was at number 10. Surprisingly, the number 1 selling Christmas song of all time is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and that's at number 9.
Really?
Number 9 on this list. I think that's overplayed, and people probably are sick of it. That's why they didn't vote for it. And I know I am, because you can't go to a store at Christmas time without hearing Mariah in the background. Right. And somebody said to me the other day they thought their radio was messed up until they realized it was just Mariah Carey on it. And that's terrible. I know that's terrible. No offense, Mariah, if you're watching. I'm sure she is.
Right.
Yeah. But number 6 on this list, I love it. "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch." I used to love to watch The Grinch.
That's a great one. And there's a great cover tune.
Yeah, who did that?
Of that. Oh.
A rock and roll cover tune. Who did that? Hold on. I'm Googling.
I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna post it. I'll put a link into it.
I'm gonna Google this up. People out there watching are telling us right now. They're through their screen. They're yelling at us saying, "I know what that is." Let me see here. It's a Rocky version of that, isn't it?
Yeah,
I believe.
It's great. Yeah, it's a great version.
Let's take a peek. Who we got? Well, there's a group called the Small Town Titans.
That's it.
Did it? Is that them?
That's the one. So check that one out. We can put a link at the end of the video for that video.
There are infinities that are...
Oh, my gosh, Becky. Sorry about that. I guess the Bluetooth's onto the phone here in the board. So. But Mr. Grinch came in there at 6. Number 5, "Oh Holy Night." Jingle Bells at number 4. Number 3, "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas."
That's a great one.
Number 2, instrumental "Carol of the Bells," which is...
I love that song.
That is beautiful.
I used to love to sing that song.
And we can go way back to the crooner days, but certainly I'll give you the number 1 here. I'm going to make a big fanfare out of this, Geoff, okay?
All right.
Here we go. The number one, voted on by Ranker, Christmas song of all time is "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
See, and
what's
a
more
couple of those
holiday?
songs right there, but all on the Michael Buble album.
Yeah, and he doesn't he have a great voice?
Oh, I love singing his stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's good. He's good. So holiday traditions, man, it's all about it, and that's what we're talking about here. And we're glad people joined us today. Hopefully, you're watching this sitting around the fire with your family,
drinking a little eggnog.
Are you having some nog today? I'm not.
Oh, man.
I'm drinking out of my sippy cup here.
So, well, we hope everybody has a good Christmas, and don't forget to follow us and subscribe. Check the bell icon so that way you get notified every time we post something. So we do appreciate it. We hope you guys have a great holiday and everybody's safe out there. So Merry Christmas to you, Scott.
Merry Christmas to you, Geoff. It's a pleasure to do this with you, man. Hope your family has a great day, and hope everybody watching has a great Christmas, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye now.